Hi. Hello. Uh-oh. My camera been tripping. Was that an Finn? Is the music too loud? Because it's loud in my ear, but I did turn it down. Seemed like it's regular levels. I just had it loud in my ear. It's fine. Alright, cool. Thank you, baby. With your fine ass. I'm chilling today. It's probably not gonna be a long stream. I'm trying to test some stuff out, but I am gonna do a little bit of animating though. Let's see. Wait, I can move that. Can I? Oh wait, that's not supposed to be there. Where are you? This. Okay, I need to change that color. Alright, there we go. Here for the smooth vibes as always. I'm trying to get back into that chill groove that my old streams used to really be in, mostly because it was late at night and niggas was trying to go to sleep, but trying to bring more of that energy back. Let's see, make sure I got everything right, and also testing some stuff because I ain't never streamed in Blender before, so gotta make sure everything I set up is working. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of animating today finally, as I'm trying to learn Blender. Let's see. All right. Let me set this stuff up. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna animate a little cinematic. It's a little action shot that once it's far enough along, I'm gonna actually put it into Unreal and then like jazz it up, give it an environment and visual effects and sound effects and all that stuff in the game. But for now, I just want to do the animation. I've been meaning to animate something. I feel like I haven't animated anything in a long ass time. So let's get to it. Right now I'm just blocking it in. It's gonna be, I guess I should put that up. Oops, wrong button. Okay. It's like, so this ground right here is like side of a cliff. In the background is gonna be like some mountains or whatever. Some type of scenery. Initially. Hold on a minute, where's my shit at? Shit. Start. Bring this over here, I guess. So it's gonna start. Oh yeah, I can't animate in this view. Gonna start here. And then she's gonna pop up, jump up, the camera gonna follow her up. She's gonna do a little flip, dive back down, right in front of the camera, do a little roll, a little sword swipe, and then gonna end with like a dynamic pose. Kind of like she's about to get into a fight that I haven't blocked in yet. I only got this far, but right now I'm just blocking in. Right now I'm focusing on some of the key poses. So the pose when she first comes over the cliff, that flipping stuff is not gonna look like that. It's gonna be more like a tuck front flip, and then she's gonna come out into like this pose where she's kind of floating for a little bit, and then it dips down till she comes down to the ground. She's gonna do like a tactical roll out into like a swing attack, and then she's gonna end with the sword like pointing at the camera with like a "Nacho bitch ass" kind of pose. We're gonna see. Right now it doesn't look like much because like I said, I'm focusing on the main poses, like this pose, and I gotta see what I want to do with this pose. I'll probably just change this to the pose that as soon as she touches the ground, that's gonna be the next important pose I need to block in, and then like the roll, and then like the kick out from the roll. Then the swipe, and then the second swipe into the last pose. Those are all the poses I probably need to block in now. And not only that, I'm focusing on the camera movement too, because like you can see it in this view a little better. So this is the camera. This is what the camera's, this thing here is what the camera's aiming at. What I plan on doing is having this shot start off where the camera is kind of slowly pushing towards the edge of the cliff, kind of focusing on the background. And then something like a rock or a gust of wind, something's gonna like come across, draw the camera in this direction when she's gonna pop up. Something to draw your eye to where she's gonna pop up, so when she comes up, like to make sure you see it, and then have the camera follow her. Follow the action, basically. One of the things you generally want to do is let the action lead the camera and not let the camera lead the action. It just feels a little more natural. So while I'm blocking in the poses, I'm kind of also at the same time thinking about where do I want the camera to see these poses from. I'm not spending too much time on the poses because depending on how much the camera changes, it'll determine what I really need to do with the poses. I don't want to spend too much time getting a pose to look perfect and then I change the camera angle and it doesn't look right at all in that view. So, but I also want to keep it in mind, like where I want to see the camera. So my idea is she starts away from the camera and to the right, and she's gonna end fairly close to the camera and more towards the left, or the action is going to be more towards the left, not all the way, but she starts here, she'll probably end somewhere like here. Like I think I'm trying to figure out how I want the last pose to be too. So framed, I want it to be kind of dynamic, the sword kind of pointing at the camera, and definitely I want to see her face, because most of the rest of the shot you're mostly seeing body action, and I want to end with like her facial expression kind of telling the story or ending the story. Like a real badass pose with a real like serious "I'm about to fuck you up" facial expression, because they do have some facial controls on this rig. Which, by the way, I didn't make this character or this rig. I found this was free. There's a Maya version of it that a lot of animators are using, and I found this Blender version. Pretty decent. There's some things I definitely need to fix on it to get it to do the stuff I needed to do, or rather the stuff I wanted to do, but it's not bad. Especially if you're just looking for something to animate in Blender. Hold on, let me just in case somebody needs the link. it's this person's Patreon, but you don't have to. It's offering it free. They're offering it free, so if anyone wants it, it only comes with the sword. And like I think the Maya version comes with like a bunch of different weapons. This one only comes with the sword, but worth it if you're looking for something cool to animate, because it's a really, these Zelda and Link rigs are very pleasing to the eye, definitely. But yeah, focusing on camera. Like I know for a fact I wanted to shoot up real fast, go past the camera and force the camera to kind of catch up. You can't really tell what's going on if you're just looking through the camera though, just because there's nothing in the background to kind of guide your eye. Like right, these frames is like almost like you're standing still, so you can't really tell that the camera is chasing you. So I probably need to, for reference, put some stuff in the background. I think what I did was I found this thing. Hold on, let me see if I can remember how to get to it. I think I had to append it. Yeah, I had to append it. It was this. I'm still learning Blender shit, so in understanding what appending is. Let's see. So it should be rendering now. Wait, I'm in Eevee. A little background, but doesn't really help unless I'm rendering it out, because it doesn't, yeah, like, so I need to find something else, or just put some stuff in the background and stop being lazy. Actually, let me not save over that. Alright, let's get back to it. Alright. I could block in the front. Well, the front flip isn't supposed to happen until it's gonna go up a little bit more in this pose. I only put the front flip in because I knew when I was coming down from this pose I was gonna have to rotate, and if I didn't rotate then it was gonna mess me up in the going forward with the other poses. So, but yeah, I shouldn't focus on that. I need to focus just on the major poses and not get caught up in the little stuff, which is what I'm prone to do. Alright. Let's get this next pose popped off. What up, Remy? Welcome to the chill stream. Let me see what's gonna be a good stopping point, because I don't want to stream too long. I honestly just like wanted to get back in the groove of hitting go live, or when, because I am about to start getting deep into this. So I guess that's what I could, like right now I want to focus streams on like specific things. So like all of my streams going forward until I finish this will probably be me working on this shot, and then once it's finished, or once it's to a certain point, like taking it into Unreal and actually making a cutscene of it. That's gonna be the focus, and then like I have another project lined up after that, where that'll be my main focus. I'll still be doing stuff off stream that is probably more centered around the like doing game development stuff, but the streams are probably going to be more focused on like art, game art. So whenever I'm doing some animations for the game or something like that. That'll probably be what the streams will be based on. And other stuff eventually, once I start putting stuff into game. But kind of wanted to be a little bit more structured than it was, where I was just logging in and streaming whatever I was working on at the time. I'm good. I'm chilling. Trying to get as much stuff done before I gotta go back to work tomorrow. So, how y'all doing though? Hopefully y'all had a good weekend. It was nice and chill over here. I need to eat something. Which means this stream is probably gonna be even shorter. All right, let's get this next pose. So, where's my, hold on. Did I close it? Oh, I opened the project again, that's right. This is my little anim picker. One thing I do not like about Blender is you can't animate like on these if they're hidden, and that's really annoying, because I like them to be hidden because they get in the way. Like, I can't really see what's going on in this camera because there's nothing but controllers in the way. Like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I have to have them on in order to actually animate. It's I really don't understand why they do it that way, but there's a lot of things I don't understand why they do it that way in Blender, but it's free, so even though I'm probably still going to end up using Maya for stuff. All right, so let's. I can't see. Did I not? Hold on. Preferences, navigation. Yeah, I turned it down. This was just moving. My camera's moving like extremely fast. I don't like that. Yeah, I turned it down even. Oh wait, no, it went back up. I guess it didn't save. I had it on like 15. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I guess it didn't save the preferences. Let me make sure I save. All right, let's get this next pose popped off. So I'm like animating. I'm putting a different pose basically every 5 or 10 frames. That's not gonna be the timing of it, but it's just kind of give an idea of where these important poses are, and then I'll retime it when I get all the major poses from start to end. Then I'll like worry about timing a little bit, and then do some in betweens, adjust the timing a little more. It's all gonna be very iterative, so it might not look like nothing for a minute, but you're gonna get that. I need to change the color of this floor because it's bothering me. That's also what this stream was about, is kind of setting stuff up so I can know in the future, so I can have stuff set up for, I'm not worrying so much about DisplayPort stuff. I mean, display stuff and shit looking like it's supposed to. I just hop in and get shit done. I need to come out of pose mode. I'll probably never get used to having to be in a different mode to animate than just doing regular stuff. What am I looking for? Where do I had the right thing selected? No, I don't. This is there we go. I really don't understand. Like, I have the ground selected. Why would you have this app is gonna be the death of me. Color, there we go. Why aren't you updating? I guess that's not the right color. have to deselect it and select again? Like what's... I just want it to change. Can you please change? The shading? Nope. I just want you to change it into something other than this bright ass white, please. It doesn't have a texture on it. I do not understand this. There we go. Maybe I was looking at the wrong color. Or not. Or not at all. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is raw properties. Let's, can we undo that? Because I don't want to. There we go. Add new material, and then there's a base color you have to change. Okay. Thank you. Base color. Ah, there it is. Thank you so much. I just want something not like it could be gray. I just need it darker. Because that was just bothering me. Might be a little too dark, but that's fine for now. I just needed. I hate bright lights in my face when I'm doing anything on my computer. All right. Let's see. I need you. I need you. I'll never. I need to. I'm definitely gonna write some tools to get more comfortable in Blender, because this is. I gotta select everything. Yeah, animating. I love the rigging, like all the rigging, anything rigging. Like I love how it's set up here, but when it comes to animating, it just feels so cumbersome. You have to do so much to do so little, but I'm gonna figure it out. All right. Say 30. I suppose these. No. I think I need to move the camera here. I want it to be a little more underneath. At this point, a lot more underneath actually. I'm also not playing with like the depth of field or anything just yet. I want to get the core stuff popped in, blocked in. I want to be a little bit more under. What's up, Anansi? Welcome to the stream. To be like damn near like she's about to land on the camera, and then the camera backs out a little bit to catch her do a little roll and pop out of it. It's gonna be like a lot of, it starts off far away from the camera, and when she gets close, I want it to feel like she's encroaching. Like I want the viewer to feel like they're almost looking from their vantage point, the vantage point of the person that she's attacking or the thing that she's attacking. So I want it to start far away, and then as the closer she gets, the more aggressive the shot gets. So it's gonna be a big roll, it's gonna be a big kick out, it's gonna be a swipe, it's gonna be another swipe. So it's gonna start out real cool and kind of like graceful, like even. and then when she falls, like, the action ramps up towards the end until the last pose where you see what she's really about. Just cooling, trying to block some animation in before the weekend ends, get some work done. I do like some. I still feel like it could be it. No, I like this. I like this angle. I like this angle. I think I wanted to be a little higher though. Like at that point, like the peak, maybe it could be a little higher. Maybe not. I'm looking at where she is on screen. How do you do grease pencil? I haven't used it yet. I ain't worried about it. I'll figure it out later. But she starts here. By the middle of the shot, she's towards the middle of the screen. I actually want the camera moved. This camera should be, I mean, this, at this point, I want it moved over a little bit. X. Choose that. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. Like, it won't be like a linear, she goes here and then she ends up here, like from here to here. It'll be like a little bit of back and forth, like, so like coming down here, she's more in the middle, whereas if it was more linear, she would be more to the left of the screen. I want to end where the focus, basically the focus starts on this half initially and it ends on this half. Or more centered at the very least. Whatever ends up being more effective. Oh no. Have to see how that feels in motion. And from here to here is gonna be a real quick thing. Yeah. Oh wait, I don't want that selected. It really bothers me how selecting stuff. Actually, I should look at. This is gonna need to be adjusted. Well, you know, it depends on what I'm used to animating for games, so I'm used to animating things from every angle, but this is a cinematic shot, so it honestly doesn't matter what's happening here if it's not physically realistic, as long as it looks physically realistic in the camera view. I gotta remember that. Usually I'm used to having to animate things from every angle. It's interesting, especially because a lot of people animate very differently. Even if they use like a lot of the same techniques, they use them differently, or they use them at different times, or like everybody's process can be wildly different. And it's as an animator, it's real dope to see somebody else's process, even if it's not something you're going to end up using, but just seeing how someone else approaches a situation is very interesting. All right, so at this point, the camera's going to back out just enough to catch that roll. Action is going to be kind of, at this point the camera is going to be retreating from the action because she's so close and moving so fast. It's like almost like basically thinking of the camera as a character, and if she was diving at them, what would they do? Would they just stand there and get hit? No, they would probably back up, but they wouldn't want to, like, they want to see what's going on. They wouldn't run away, so it would back away quickly and look down at her as she hits the ground. Or also thinking of it, the camera, if not as a character, just remembering that it's the lens that your viewer is seeing the animation from. So what does the viewer actually want to see here? What do they expect to see here? And do you want to give that to them, or do you want to kind of throw them off a little bit? That will determine what you want to do with your camera. Or just what feels natural here. What's a good angle to show the action that you want to see? Alright, so let's get this pose together. It's going to be kind of like a... She's gonna like roll like on her arm and then roll on her back and then do like a kick out as she's rolling. Do I still have that reference up? Had the reference of like a tumble. I forgot what it was called. Like a what it's called? It's like a roll, a jumping roll or leaping roll or something like that, but it's more of the reference is more of a two-hand touch the ground safely, you know, bring yourself down and do a roll, whereas this one I want to do something a little more asymmetrical. So this is going to be like this arm down, other arm kind of supporting, and then she's going to roll off of that. So I think I want to do it the right arm. We'll see what it looks like. That's one thing about this rig. You don't get much shoulder control. Well, you don't get any shoulder control. It's weird because they usually do like separate, completely separate joints for the FK and IK, and then they have like those drive the bind joints. But this rig has all of the FK joints are the bind joints, and then there's constraints on them that if you have IK on, they follow the IK joints, which is, I guess, cheaper, lighter, but not super flexible. Also, so this shoulder, all it does is move that part of the arm. This cape doesn't actually deform with the shoulder. Deforms with like these controls, I think, or maybe not. Yeah, these controls. So I probably just need to add a constraint where when this arm moves, this moves. Or well, actually no, there are shoulder controllers, but they don't do anything. Like they move that. I guess, yeah. Oh, you know what it is? This needs to be a child of this, so that it moves when the shoulder moves, and that'll probably fix most of my problems. And this needs to be a child of it too, or at least copy the transforms of it. I'll look into that. I'll do that off stream though. I'm more about the animation on stream for now. Alright, so let's get this pose popped off. Firstly, this is, I always, every time I'm blocking stuff in, I always forget to start from the torso first. So I always end up like grabbing an arm or a leg or something. Oops, god damn it. I need to lock this camera. Oh wait, it's got keys on it, so maybe undo. That's another thing I don't like. I don't like how undo works in Blender. It's a little annoying. It's like it prioritizes operators, but then sometimes it doesn't. Like it'll lump operators in with like other basic stuff. So like instead of undoing the very last thing you did, it will undo like the last 5 things you did, and I don't want you to do that. Just undo the last thing, please. There might be something that I can do to adjust that, but so let's see. She's kind of starting to tuck, but just a little too low too. Arms need to be outstretched, touching the ground. Let's just. I hate how that's gonna be so annoying. When I do my own rigs, I'm definitely gonna, now that I know I can't hide these controllers, I'm definitely gonna make them like discreet. Like I do like the way that they have the FK controllers inside the body, so they're not super in the way. Actually, speaking of in the way, boom, turn those off. Kim, why you raid me like this? I wasn't gonna stay on long. Hey Kim, how you doing? I see you got the name change popped off. I saw you earlier when you was on. I was lurking in there, you know, like I be doing. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, friends. I'm Musashi. Feel free to call me Woo. There's a lot going on. I'm missing. I don't want to miss nothing. I'm not hearing alerts either, so my bad if you've been in here, because my alerts are not going off. I don't know if they're going off for y'all or not, but that's something I'm gonna have to look into, definitely. What I'm working on right now, I'm animating Zelda. I'm working on a cinematic shot of Zelda doing some flips and swinging the Master Sword. I'm just blocking some stuff in now, so don't expect nothing to look too sexy yet, but we're gonna get there. Hopefully your stream was cool. Thank you for the shout out, baby. What is going on? Why is that not working? Am I not in post mode? Or I don't have the right. Oh, that's the. I had the FK controller selected. I don't want that much bend in the torso. Super cozy. That's what's up. What were you working on? I came through, but when I was like lurking, I think you were like transitioning from. Oh wait, was it? I think I came in like via raid or something. I don't remember, but you were like transitioning into something or doing something like, so I couldn't see exactly what you were working on. Drawing some stickers. Oh, nice. What do I want to? Okay, so something like that. I'm acting out the pose that I want to do so I can figure out how I want to go through with it. Actually, let me zero this out first. I don't want weird transformations. That's it's the wrong side, isn't it? That's so annoying. I'm probably not going to use this anymore just because it's so cumbersome. Because it's really good. It's like what I prefer to how I prefer to animate with the controllers on a like picker, but it's a separate it's a completely separate app from Blender. So like if I come here and select something and I try to move, it's not going to move. I have to click in here first before I can, and it's just extra clicking. I'm probably just going to do like I was saying, make my controllers very discreet and like inside the body so they're not in the way. Just animate from the viewport. We'll see though. I might get used to it. Every time I watch me work, there's something to learn because I'm usually doing it wrong when I watch myself, and I don't realize I'm doing it wrong till after until I'm watching myself. Oh. I say usually, but that's not usually. Just every time I happen to watch myself back, I'm doing it wrong or doing something wrong, or I could be doing something better, which is the beauty of getting to watch yourself back. Am I not to the ground yet? I'm not to the ground yet. Yeah, I like to be able to catch myself and correct myself, so it's all good. So Blender does the most. It does. It really does, but it's a really, you can do a whole lot with it though, especially to say it's free. And that's the main thing driving me to keep supporting it, is that you got stuff like Maya, which is what I'm used to being in, and I've done the most to try to make this as much like Maya as possible so I could be comfortable, while also trying to take advantage of the stuff that Blender has. But it's free and it gives you so much, the ability to do so much and without breaking your wallet, whereas Maya, it's like $2,000, $3,000 a year just to use it. So a year, like, so it's, you don't even own it, like it's a subscription. So, and that payment plan is honestly just some bullshit, especially for people that are trying to get in the industry that aren't in school, because you can get a student version, but you have to actually be in a like accredited school in order to get it. And then once you're out of school, I think you lose it after a while, and it's like, well, all right, Kim, thanks for coming through. Thanks for the raid. Have a good one. I'm glad I didn't get too caught up in the work, because I'd have totally missed that raid and it felt like an ass, because I hear nothing. Okay. So head forward a little bit. need the head to come down. This is actually the neck. I should have labeled her neck. Fuck. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's a good start. I just wanted to get... I don't want to worry too much about the pose looking good right now. I'm really worrying about composition more than anything. If I had a simpler rig that I could sub in, like maybe a rig with just like legs or like a ball that I could stretch, that would honestly be preferable, because I'm really like the pose itself, I don't want to focus too much on that. I just want to focus on composition and kind of the shapes that I'm looking for. So this is going to be off to the side a little bit. Turn it in on me. Rotations. Oh yeah, I didn't finish my little hi, who am I thing in the raid. So if y'all are still hanging out, I'm Musashi. I'm a 3D animator and game developer, and I make games and I animate things, which is what we're doing now, which has been a long time coming because I haven't animated anything on stream in a long time. Thank you for the follow, Heartbreaker. And Meowton Pew. Well, thank you for the follows. Appreciate y'all coming through, hanging out with me. Is this moved? It is moved. Let me zero this out. I was trying to that's what it was. I was like, because I was trying to move the shoulders earlier, because in this pose, if I get close to it, I wanted the shoulders to come down a little more. It's to show the force of going upward. But like I said, the shoulders don't really do anything. So, but then I came to find out that it's really not the shoulders. It's the cape. It's these not going down. It makes her shoulders look up when I really want them to be down. So when I come back, I'm gonna come back and reskin some of this, mess with the rig so that I can get what I want more out of it. But I have no idea how animating works. I can teach you. It's real simple. You make a pose. I like it over here. Let's just do this. I think something messed up my pose here. You make a pose, you go to another frame, you make another pose, and voila, you've animated. Am I self-taught? I initially was self-taught. I went to school for it was supposed to be a game development course. I mean, supposed to be game development stuff or game art, but it was kind of like it didn't really teach too much. And then by the time I was about to graduate, I realized I wasn't going to learn anything that was going to get me a job. So that's when I started learning on my own, and I kind of taught myself. I learned how to use Maya and how to animate, how to model, how to rig and stuff. But I really knew I knew I wanted to animate, so taught myself as much as I could about animation. And then when I realized I wasn't gonna get any more out of myself, I ended up going to a school, online school for animation, Anim School, which I'm gonna plug them now. I think that's their website. And that's where I really learned how to animate. Like, I taught myself how to do 3D stuff, but that school taught me how to animate. I never finished, but I did go there and I did learn a lot. And like the teachers for the game animation courses are really good. And wildly enough, I ended up kind of working with some of my instructors in when I got my job. We were working on the same project, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I was self-taught to a certain point. What up, Jers? What'd it be like? What was I doing? This pose. Why is the camera moving fast again? I guess I needed to frame it. I think I need the torso to be a little bit that way, and the arms to be a little bit more in front. Yeah, I think that's what I'm looking for. And then the legs. I wonder. Got the FK legs. I'm gonna have to switch them back to IK soon. Alright, so I can move the camera a little closer now. Let's see, where's this coming from? A little bit too far back, okay. A little closer. Where's this stuff? Where's this trans X? How do I oh wait. I know there's shit. There's a way to show. Select the curve keyframes. There we go. Can I zoom in? Like, oh, I'm using my Maya keybinds. Tripping. I'm still using my Maya keybinds. Probably should change those so that they are the Maya keybinds, because I don't think I'd be missing out on anything. Camera would be, why is it, Are these on, hold on, let me see that. What is that about? These, oh, it's these, maybe this is, why are these keys doing that? Oh, I gotta change that. Why is it doing that? Does that translate? Why? Oh, I didn't have, oh, it was, okay. I thought so. I thought I was grabbing all of the keys though. Not the camera, yeah. Still want to be a little bit to the side. Maybe keep it over here. I have to lean her forward a little more. Maybe what it is, this goes up. Rest of these, well, that one can stay. Okay, we're set to the right thing. Yeah, I think I need to show this from the side a little bit. And like, so I need to, instead of it being straight on. Also, I need to move this cape because the cape is gonna be. I'm not gonna animate the cape. I'm gonna use physics on the cape in the game engine. So I kind of need to get this out of the way because it's messing up the silhouette. Although I do need to think about it. You add backgrounds. It depends on what I'm animating. For this one in particular, I'm going to be animating this to be a cinematic, like to emulate an in-game cinematic. So I'm actually going to take it into Unreal Engine and build the set. Build the set in Unreal Engine, so it will have like a background and stuff. But if I'm just animating just to animate, or if I'm animating like in-game stuff, so like gameplay animations, then no, I'll just the only background I usually have is for reference. So like this floor is for reference, so I'll know where the floor is, and since I have to play off of the floor, that's what that's there for. Probably add some like a bunch of blocks in the background so that you can see, like right here, if you're looking just in the camera view, you can't tell that the camera is actually moving because there's nothing in the background to frame it. So I'll probably put like something so that you can see what's happening there. I don't understand why these keys don't seem to want to set every time. It's very annoying. Like I have auto key on, but it's like I still have to stamp keys 30, like 80 times just to make sure that they actually stay. Like, here's what it is here. There's no key on the rotation here that messed up my pose here that I had, that I liked. That's just my, I guess that's just my main complaint about Blender, is it takes stuff that should be really simple and just press a button and you're done. You don't have to think about it. Like, you have to do a lot of double checking, and it might just be because I'm used to the way Maya handles stuff, but it just seems like there's so much stuff that you can do in Blender. It takes so many more steps than it would take in Maya, and it's kind of frustrating. So another thing about this rig is it doesn't have hip controllers, which is a very hip controllers are a very underutilized but very important tool. Just a controller that can, like, I can move the hips independently from like the rest of the body. Like, this will rotate the entire body. I need something that will just rotate this area. but they don't have that here. Or maybe maybe the pose itself needs to be skewed instead of, god damn it, instead of the camera. Maybe the camera's fine. I don't want to do too much movement of the camera. Like, I want to keep the camera very minimal, very minimal, as far as like, I don't want a whole lot of complex moving and rotating. Like, I honestly would prefer if I could block this in without rotating the camera at all, but I know for a fact I want a tilt here, so I'm just blocking in the tilt. What I am trying to do is not move and rotate the camera at the same time though, as much as possible. It just adds too much unnecessary movement early on, and it can kind of confuse things. I didn't want you to be way out here. How did you get way out here? Undid something. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. How did you end up back here? Okay, I must have undid one too many times or something. Okay, 35. Okay. Yeah, let me hide that cape. That cape called. There we go. Still not a good pose yet, but because I don't have a shoulder control, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the pose that I want to get out of this. Oops. Because I want it forearm over the head. Which means I would need to do some shoulder stuff, which I can't do effectively because these shoulders are skinned horribly. You know what? I won't worry too much about that. I'm gonna come back and clean this pose up. I just wanna get the idea. Maybe these need to be rotated more too. And also turn to the side. Which side though? Maybe that's what I'm missing. That's another thing. I didn't do a lot of reference like I should do for something like this. Yeah, that seems like it's the right way. Should definitely have looked for more reference, but I might look for more later, because again, I'm just focused on getting stuff locked in, so not spending too much time on stuff so that I kind of get an idea of what I'm really looking for. I really wish I could adjust these hips here. All right, so what leg do I want her to, yeah. I want her to kick out, and I'm trying to think of the pose I want to do when she is striking. So when she rolls and hops up from the roll, she's gonna go into like she's gonna reach back into the sheet, pull the Master Sword out, and swipe downward and to screen right, being like kind of this pose, and then come back up. I'm gonna go here and come back up, and this is like how we're gonna end, something like this. So I'm thinking how she's gonna come out of this roll. I want it to be a quick movement, like a lunge. So now I'm thinking about what I want that pose to look like. What I want those poses to look. What do I want the main pose, the kind of wind up for the swing, to look like, and how do I get from a roll into that pose is what I'm thinking right now. So I've now switched the arm that I want to be the one with the forearm down. Because I think this is the direction I want to roll in. I can't even tell. Is that the right side? No, it's not. These need to be flipped. See. This needs to be zeroed out. Think about where exactly I want that when I actually get something. It's not even on the ground yet, so let's make sure we do that. I don't like how this floor is. I wish I could turn. Oh, actually, I don't like all this clutter in the screen when I'm animating. It's very annoying. It's all good. I'm gonna get used to this shit. I think having that fist balled up is gonna make that look a little better as well. I need more. I'm looking at the shape here. I'm sure make sure that it's not enough of a change. From there to there. Needs to be a little bit more. Oh no, no. There's gonna be a pose between here. There's gonna be a stretch, an arm stretch out pose before we get to here. That's gonna make that look feel better. 'Cause right now I haven't messed with the in-betweens from here to here, so and that's bothering me, but yeah. This is my problem when it comes to blocking stuff in. I overthink things. This pose is fine for now. Gets the idea, at least in my head, across. And that's what, right now, it's more for me than for a viewer. It's more for me to get the idea, start sparking more ideas of how I'm going to get from point A to point B. Actually, let's save. I haven't saved since the stream started. That's kind of scary. um, I think what I want to do, I want to try to finish this. Get the last pose popped in, blocked in at least, or get close to it. But I also want to eat. So, what time is it? I'm gonna see where I am in 15 minutes. And if I'm close to being done in 15 minutes, then I'll finish it out. I'll give myself another 15 minutes to finish it out. If I am not close to being finished, then I'm gonna just call it and go get something to eat. But I will probably work on this. I'm probably gonna work on this off stream until I get it to the point where it's blocked in. Like once it's blocked in, I'm like, okay, this is a good starting pace. I'll stop working on it off stream and only work on it on stream. But I didn't even mean to start streaming this part. Like I wanted to have the major poses blocked in before I started streaming, but I just felt like streaming, so I did. And it worked out because I needed to. If I didn't hit the stream now button, then I don't know when the next time I would have hit the stream now button. So I'm just trying to get back in the groove of things. So from here, I want to go. Oh wait, I did that in the wrong frame. And it also didn't see like and replace only active keys. Okay, maybe one of these, some of these need to be set on. Automatic keyframe insertion using active key set only. The active keying set would be the one that moves. I'm just gonna put that on. Oh wait, no, it's add and replace. I was about to say, oh, it's only adding, not replacing. That's maybe why, but okay, I'm gonna make sure I set my fucking. How do I? Oh wait, I can do. I have a twin machine. I can just. There we go. And what is it? Alt S to delete. Alt S. Control S. Oh, that ain't it. Oh. Oh. Didn't know I had that. Oh, that's dope. So I don't have to do less button presses. Also looks like the sword is just floating out in space because the cape isn't there, but that's fine. Oh god, see, why is that arm screwed up? It had keys already. Like the keys were there. Maybe they're unstepped somewhere. No, it's just there. Why is it there? It's there the whole time as if I never set a key on it. Blender, why you do this? Why do you do this, Blender? Also, hold on, let me see. Oh wait. No. It's supposed to be IK. Why the fuck would you do this? And now you're gonna. Oh, never mind. What? Okay, maybe I screwed up doing the changing the key setting stuff. So let's undo. Let's see if we can get my arm back where it's supposed to fucking be. Okay, here we go. Why would setting the key there? Like is I just need to learn this stuff a little better, because that makes no sense to me that I had all these keys already set and it's setting one key. Maybe it's this tool, because I did the tween. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so why is this setting keys on everything and not just the frame that I'm currently on? No. That's kind of annoying. Let's see if it does it still. Not enough. Oh wait. Oh, now it's like the F curves, not the. I don't understand how that works, because tweener is supposed to just copy the keys. I mean, base it off the keys next to it, not change the keys for the whole animation. Maybe that tool is just broke, which is unfortunate because I planned on using that shit a lot. Is this broke too? Oh, nope. It did something. I wanna do it again. Maybe I don't want it to turn that way, actually. What's up, Kanji? What's happening with you, bruh? Maybe I do want it to be... I like that pose, I just don't know if it works for what I need it. Don't work. Well, because I want her to start advancing kind of towards the camera, so maybe I do need to move the camera just a little bit. Maybe I need to switch these legs. I need the other leg to come down first, because that's the one that's going to come up first and the one that's probably going to hit the ground first. So another thing is I'm making sure that I'm not moving like the limbs and having them pose in the same way at the same time, or hitting their poses at the same time. All right. It's just a reminder. Like these, I'm probably gonna push these poses. I'm definitely gonna push these poses a lot more, but I'm just leaving myself like notes. Like I made sure to switch which leg was up and which leg was down, so that when I come back, I remember. Oh yeah, I wanted to make sure that this leg hit the tuck pose first before this other leg. Even if it looks completely different, I remember what I was going for at the time. And I did all that on the wrong keyframe. Why is it Oh, because I don't have them selected. Okay, whatever. This is my picker. All that. So that's what happened. Oh, that's what happened the other time. It's this tool. This tweener tool that doesn't work. Or works wrong. Let me actually just try it one more time and see what happens. It screwed everything up. Okay. We're not doing that anymore. I'm gonna find a better tweener. I know they have a built-in one. Let me see how that works. Breakdowner, that's what they call it. Shift spacebar, okay. Nope, that doesn't work anymore. Oh, there we go. I just gotta click and drag. Oh, fuck. It's not drag. There we go. Actually brought it a little bit too far. Yeah, I need something a little more exact than that. I mean, it worked better than this other thing that completely fucks up my whole animation, so I can't be too mad. What is the thing to delete these? I swear it was Alt I or Alt S. I changed it to Alt. There it is, Alt S. Delete. Son said hi, you want to be an animator. First person to pop in my head. What up, son? Kanji Jr. Want to be an animator? Start animating stuff. Don't wait. Don't feel like you gotta wait to start getting your hands dirty. Even if, you know, your stuff don't look as awesome as you see other stuff. Like, get in there, start learning it, start playing around with it. Get on YouTube, find you some tutorials. Whether it's 2D, 3D, whatever. And hey Bonnie, how you doing? Yeah, I'm in the zone. I'm trying to wrap up because I said I was gonna give myself 15 minutes and it's been 15 minutes and I said I was gonna end if I wasn't close, and I'm not close, but I don't want to end now. So another 15 minutes, 15-ish minutes, and I'm gonna call it a stream. But how you doing? Trying to think what to get into. I'm about to get into some food as soon as I get out of here because I am hungry. Yeah, I gotta get a better pose. That the pose, it's not doing what I needed to do for me. It's gonna work for now, but I know I want to do something different. Anyway, let's get to this next pose, and maybe I could stop there. Is that then? Congrats. I'm jealous. I don't want to move the hands. I don't know what I'm gonna eat though. I'm good though, other than that. I'm just hungry. It would be nice to have a pivot down here. Let's just go all. Oh wait, am I rotating the? No, I'm not. I'm rotating the IK feet, but that's fine. I'll fix those later. see, where was that? At 35. And for 40. Okay. Let's get you down here. Yeah, having the rig be a little bit more flexible would be nice, because then I could do some pivoting from here instead of from here. Something I gotta think about for when I start building my own. Let's get these elbows up. Ah, damn. Yeah, that's gonna suck. With this rig being the way it is. Let's just get a pose blocked in. I'm not worried about that. Also, the orientation of some of these joints is kind of weird, which is why I'm just animating them in world space, because the joint orientations are kind of off. Not to shit on the person that rigged it, because again, it is a, you know, it's a pretty good rig. Pretty decent rig, but I'm not worried so much with this pose looking good from here. I need it to look good from here, and it doesn't. So I'm trying to figure out how to why is it doing that? I hate how I can't see. I'm also used to having my graph editor be a little more revealing. I guess I gotta turn like is everything that deals with animation just feel, oh, I see what's they're stepped. These keys are stepped. That's why I was doing that. Everything to deal with animation just feels so cumbersome in Blender. And seeing as animation is my main deal, I just want so much more from it. Damn. Hey, get out of here. It hurts. having hips would be so useful here. Okay, I need to put some more spin on that. Some more curve in the torso to like, so this is, she's gonna spring up, so I wanna, the thing is I'm looking for this pose. Well, there's gonna be a pose right before here where she lands. It's like when you're doing a jump, it's kind of so you're stretched out as you're getting, ignore the flip, as you're getting towards the top, you like, you stretch, and then when you get to the top, you kind of squash, so you become a little smaller. And then as you come down, you stretch again, stretch, and then as you land, you ball up again. And I want, basically, it needs to be a huge, big difference between this pose and this pose that emphasizes that she's about to spring up. But I'm trying to like animate it to the camera in a way that shows that. So, and I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that. So, or how that can, I can get that to really work for me. The problem is I keep animating to this camera and not that camera. I don't want these to be exactly the same, but I do want them to be pretty close. That's starting to look a little better. Essentially, I want the poses, when it's blocked in, I could walk you through, I could show you each one of these poses and you would pretty much know what's about to come, like have a good idea of what's about to come next. And when you see what comes next, it should be really close to what you imagine. That's how I know it's locked in, unless there's some action that I want to be a surprise, which in this shot there isn't any of that. It's pretty straightforward. But see that difference, that's what I was trying to get, like the difference between, and these aren't going to be the final poses by any means, but having that versus that, like you can, like just seeing the difference now, like you can tell. Yep, it's gonna be a tuck and roll, except instead of a regular roll, it's gonna be like a kip up from this position into a swipe, and then another swipe with the sword pointing at the camera like this, basically. So I already know one thing I'm going to need to do is, like right now she's kind of going straight down. She needs to be going forward and down, because she needs to be, the thing with these type of rolls, which, you know, what you're doing is taking all your forward moment, all your momentum, and pushing it forward instead of down, which is because if you push it down, you're just going to splat. So you're pushing your momentum forward, and right now there is a little forward, but it's because I'm blocking it in from the camera, from this camera and not this camera. like this isn't a realistic forward, because like she's going forward and then she slows down, then she goes forward, and like because I'm animating to camera, it doesn't look right from here. But still, I want to sell in the camera view. It looks like she's just coming straight down on her head, and I needed to show that she's coming forward more. So probably what I need to do is move this forward a little bit. And rotate it so that it doesn't look like she just landed flat on her head. And that's going to be a really quick motion, so it'll probably, but I do like I'll probably be able to hide it, but I still want to have the feeling. I want to make sure I've conveyed a feeling that she is moving forward and she didn't just drop straight down. And that's one of the keys of animation, is like sometimes you cheat it, sometimes you have to cheat it, but you still have to leave the feeling that this is a realistic motion, or as realistic as you need it to be, depending on how stylized you're going. One need drawing skills to be an animator? No, I can kind of draw like from reference. I can't draw from my head at all. Like I'm not good at it. You don't have to be good if you're going to be a 2D animator. Yes, you absolutely have to be able to draw, like, because your animation is your drawing. But it also depends on what type of art style like you want to do. You could have like an ugly art style, but it could, you know, make it animate. You can still animate it. So yeah, you definitely have to know how to draw to do 2D animation. For 3D animation, not necessarily, but it does help. It definitely helps, because a lot of the principles, most of the principles of 3D animation are rooted in traditional animation. So there are some things that like are different just because, you know, the difference in the medium. But if you know how to draw, it definitely helps you be a better animator, but it does not a necessity, definitely. And there's some degree of the other way around too, where if you know how to animate 3D, it kind of helps you do traditional art better, just because so many of those principles are shared. But yeah, I started doing this because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do traditional animation. Well, I could have if I put effort into it, but I like 3D, like, so, and it seemed like it was easier for me to learn, so I went with that. But there's some 3D animators, like for instance, this process that I'm doing with the blocking, example of how being able to draw will make this a lot easier. I could have just did like a storyboard of all these poses, just drew a storyboard, and could have gotten my poses that I need from that storyboard, or even did a 2D animatic where I just draw, like, I don't have to, like, doesn't have to look good, like it could be stick figures, even doing these motions and figure it out that way, and then grab the poses that I like from there and then translate them to this 3D, and that will make this process so much easier because I've already like laid the foundation for it. Whereas I'm just coming in head first and blocking it in as I go. Did I move my hands? Oh, because I rotated and I didn't rotate the arms. That's right. I kind of like those arm positions, though I just don't like the hands. I probably just need to pose the fingers. And also this elbow. No, it me in the flesh. What's up, Quita? I'm out here. I'm about to get out of here, but I'm out here. Yeah, I feel like this still kind of feels like dropping straight down, but it might just be because of the timing. So I might just, I'm gonna not worry about it so much. I don't want to set key there. I don't want to set a key there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the in-betweens. We'll get to that. I think it's because it seems like she's not on her back because of this. Like this kind of seems like it's supposed to be her back, but it's not. This is her, the gray part is her back. This is, I mean, her upper back. So it seems like from this angle, it feels like it, like you can see it when it's slow, but just when you're looking at this pose alone, maybe not. It's probably just the timing. So once I adjust the timing, I can adjust the poses as needed. What did I do? Oh. I'm glad you made it. But yeah, we probably, yeah, I need to call it here because I need to eat. And I think this is a good place to stop on stream. And then next stream I can see where I've gotten since then, and hopefully I'll have everything blocked in already, and then I could start moving forward with like some more interesting stuff, a little bit more of the details, getting poses like really blocked in, get some timing passes, and kind of really showing what the vision that I have for the shot a little better. Enemy seems pretty hard. Suggestion. It's not hard, but it is hard. It's I mean, so it comes easier to some people than others, but it's just like every other thing when it comes to 3D art. There's a learning curve, and your stuff might not look great initially, but the more you do it, the better you're gonna get. Like the more you do it, I know that sounds like cliche and basic, but it really is. Like you gotta get in and start doing. Get in, start doing, get eyes on it from other people, and be able to take feedback. That's the main thing. The main thing is getting an eye for what is wrong and what looks wrong and what looks right. Once you have an eye for it, you can kind of see, oh, something's wrong here. Like even if you can't figure out exactly how to get where you need to go, you have a destination. A lot of time, when I first started to learn animation, like I didn't have a direction, and that was the part that made it hard. I didn't know what I was looking to do. Like when I went to do an animation, like I didn't know to block in key poses and how to do that effectively. So maybe that's a good start. It's just just make poses. If you're working in 3D, like just make poses that look good, and then make another pose and see how you can get from one pose to another, and like make it feel natural. Black and rough movements and add-on, I guess. Yeah, it's very iterative. Like right now, like this animation looks like shit. That flip is not even supposed to be there yet. It's supposed to be a tuck and roll flip at the very top of the jump. But I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about getting some key poses blocked in. Like this pose I know I want, even though the head got tilted somehow. But that's just Blender being Blender. The torso got blent, yeah. Anyway, So blackening these key poses, like I know I want that pose, I know I want that pose, I know I want to pose like this, like a dive bomb pose. I know I want a roll pose. So just thinking about the motion that you want, the motions that you want from like the action that you want, and then what are the key poses of those motions, of those actions. But yes, very iterative. Start from like your stuff's gonna look rough early on. It's about the iteration. That's where you see the results. More so than in traditional, I think, because in traditional animation, like your drawings are gonna look like your drawings, but like in 3D, like these poses, because the computer is doing a lot of the animation for me at this point. Like from between this pose and this pose, I'm not doing anything. The computer is just giving me everything in between here, which is why you get this ridiculous flip. So it's gonna look rough early on when you're blocking stuff in. But the more you come in and put more poses in between and all that, it starts to become your own animation and not what the computer gives you, and that's when it starts really paying off. No, it's all good. I stream to answer those type of questions and try to help people, so it's what I'm here for. Partially, I'm also here to make games and make stuff move. Now, sorry if I was probably just rambling a bit too, so my bad if I didn't fully answer the question, because it's a pretty broad question. It's hard to answer without knowing what about animation is difficult for you, but that's just my general spiel. Just start doing it and keep doing it until you start to see results, but also take breaks, because that was one of the things, like when I couldn't get any better at animating when I was learning from myself, I had to stop. I had to back away from it because it was just getting frustrating. But those breaks that you take, when you come back, like you don't realize how much you learn from those mistakes until you come back and you do the next animation and you're like, I'm not going to do that because that's how I got here, so I'm going to do this. Like you start answering your own questions when you just get some fresh eyes on your work. But yeah, with that said, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I think it's time. I hardly touch animations since like in school, bouncing ball and sealing. Yeah, like, and that's always a good place to start, the bouncing ball. You learn a lot from that. Like it's, you know, it's super basic, but it's super important what you get from that. Especially when it comes to dealing with like F curves, because that was my like when I was teaching myself how to animate, I was like, I'm just gonna avoid the graph editor because these curves, like I don't know, they're not making sense to me. I'm a visual person, so I just animate in the viewport. And when I got to school and they were like, nah, you're gonna have to dive in that curve editor, little buddy. And they forced me to get in here and figure it out. Like, but once you figure it out and it makes sense to you, like you understand why they push you to figure it out, because it's super powerful. But anyway, yeah. Who we going to hang out with? Let's see who we going to hang out with. Where was I? There it is. There we go. I hear stuff. There we go. I gotta figure out them alerts. Something wrong with them. But let's see who's hanging with who's. Oh, what's going on over here? We're going raid, at least on Twitch. For anybody watching on YouTube, we're not I don't know nobody on YouTube that I would like to raid. So wait, do I have my? I don't even have my credit thing together anymore. Or do I? I don't remember how it works. It's been so long since I streamed. I'm gonna figure that shit out eventually. But appreciate y'all for coming through and hanging out. Thanks, y'all. I'm trying to see if somebody's doing some art. I don't think nobody's doing no art right now. Alright, next best thing. Oh, ooh. The homie on. Let's go hang out with the homie. What are you playing? Something shooty. I'm sure you're playing something shooty. Yep. What is it? Yep. He is playing Call of Duty. What a great way to go out. We're gonna hang out with the homie Cleve. If my raid would. Oh, okay, yeah. He is playing Call of Duty. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I'll be back sometime, I don't know, this week, next weekend maybe? Let's say next weekend. I'll see y'all next weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me. Y'all have a good night. Peace. My peace sign wasn't in soon. Peace.